Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Rewatchers Council. Welcome back, Adelia. Nice to see you.
Nice to be here. Sorry I've had to miss a few episodes recently. Life getting in the way.
Stupid life. You
I
can get.
know.
They have these afterlives now. You just have to know the right people. It turns out you move to Sunnydale. You got a 50-50 chance. It seems. Also, no one will ever have a funeral for you. But speaking of missing out, we were supposed to have our pal and co-council member Brendan Marr with us. Unfortunately, he's not feeling too good. So we're saying good luck or good luck. Also, good
Good
luck, Brendan.
luck.
But get well soon, buddy. Hopefully, you'll be feeling better in no time. So we're going. We're going to talk enemies.
hmm
Delia, you know all about it. You know
I
what I mean?
watched it today.
Oh, you did. Oh, that's
hmm
good. That's good. So you're not just winging it. All right.
No.
Season 3, episode 17. Original air date March 16th, 1999. Adelia.
hmm
It was written by Doug Petrie. This was it seems like he's been around since the beginning, but this is only his third episode, and his last one was Bad Girls. So he's really just
That's a while ago, right?
well, Bad Girls. That was just a couple. That was another Buffy Faith episode.
Oh no, that was just a couple episodes ago.
I'm
That's
pretty
right.
sure
I
she
don't
there's
remember
somebody
the
in this.
names of the episodes.
Okay,
Okay?
that's fair. That is fair. It's directed by David Grossman. This is the first episode he ever directed for Buffy. He's going to go on to do 13 altogether, which is pretty good. He had a good amount. Now, the number one movie, and I know this is probably still in your top 10 favorites of all time. Analyze This was the number one movie. The movie,
I do remember that movie, but I've never seen it.
I think this is the movie that they decided Robert De Niro could be in more comedies, and so
hmm
they would go on to, meet the parents and stuff like that after this. And was it Bad? Was which one is he in? Bad Grandpa or something like that? All right. Now, the number one song in the U.S. of America, you know, our uh,
hmm
our trading enemy these days. My trading
Yeah,
enemy, I guess.
I know.
We're at odds against each other here, Adelia. Believe by Cher.
Unfortunately.
Yep. I think you guys were the last country to resist Believe by Cher.
I
Uh,
think we were.
Now, just before we got on air, I had forgotten to take a listen to this next song. And I wish I had always forgotten it because the
hmm
number one song in the UK, Boyzone's version of When the Going Gets Tough.
I've
Now,
never heard it other than that little snippet you played right before we got on the show. So I'm glad.
you've never heard Billy Ocean's When the Going Gets
I've
Tough
heard
from.
Billy Ocean's
Oh, okay.
song. I have
Okay,
not
that's
heard
good.
Boyzone's cover of the
Yeah,
song.
well, you don't need to. I'm going to tell you that. It'd be awful. Also, I can guarantee you, Danny DeVito probably not dancing in the video.
No,
It's one
probably
of the
not.
redeeming factors of that entire thing. The number one song in Canada. Another national shame, Adelia. It was Every Morning by Sugar Ray.
Oh God, I remember them and that song.
You remember. We'll never
hmm
forget. We will never forget.
Unfortunately, we won't.
Ugh. All right. Quick DVD synopsis here. So,
Okay.
with the help of the Books of Ascension, Faith and the Mayor plot to steal Angel's soul and get him to kill that other Slayer. Dot dot dot. Buffy. Oh,
I mean, that's a pretty good synopsis of this episode.
yeah. I don't know if they needed the Books of Ascension though.
I
I
don't
think
think they
I
did,
think they just
but
didn't want the other people to have it. So
yeah.
let's start out. Okay, so they keep talking about how Sunnydale, is a one Starbucks town, but of course it has all these sort of things and universities and well, we'll find out universities and private schools and all
Yeah.
these cemeteries upon
It's a
cemeteries.
very big one Starbucks town.
It's incredibly huge. So they may only be down to one movie theater though,
hmm
as the other one was, I believe, destroyed by a rocket blast.
Yes.
Not only a year ago, around this time a year ago. So they go to the one remaining movie theater. There is right downtown Sunnydale. They go to see, this is Angel and Buffy. They go to see a movie called La Banquet d'Amelia.
Yeah, I noticed that on the marquee.
Not about food, supposedly,
No.
but, it contained food, which seemed to puzzle and, mostly puzzle our two heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this whole thing where, oh, they can't get close to each other. Delia, remember what happened a year ago? We can't ever
Mm-hmm.
let that happen again.
Yep.
And you know what I mean. But Faith gets there and stuff like that. So they go for some reason back to the library. Now the council has her on active duty again. This is you know, it's like getting a slap on the wrist for stealing your dad's car and mowing down three people and crashing it into a building. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? They're,
Yeah.
it's not that great. And it's sorry, before they go to the library, they get walking around. This is when they run into that demon. There's a demon here looking to
Mm-hmm.
barter. There's some books.
Yeah.
I
I don't
like.
know why this demon thought they were gonna have $5,000, but
Well, it's a different time. People walked around with $5,000 cash back then.
I mean, I
It,
don't think they did.
no, especially teenage girls.
Yeah.
Let me let's
Yeah.
let's be real about that. Maybe these days, some places they might not Sunnydale, California.
No.
You go to LA, you never know. Yeah, he's not looking for souls or power. Just five
Yeah.
thousand bucks for these
Just
books of
five thousand
ascension.
dollars. You can have the books.
But that word ascension kind of piques face interest. It's like ascension.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to see the mayor asking Faith about him. He wishes he would wear her hair back because her face is so nice. Like these two are the best. Like the
I
mayor
love the
is
mayor and
the
Faith.
best guy. He's the best guy on the show. He has this unfortunate thing,
He does
where
have, yeah.
he wants to kill everybody and stuff like that. But he's a good man. Other than that, other than the horrific murdering he wants to do. So he
Mm-hmm.
gives her a glass of milk, even because there's nothing uncool about healthy teeth and bones,
Yeah.
Adelia. And I think that's a lesson we should all learn.
I agree.
But he also says that if he doesn't get these books and stuff like that, it might not work all that well for Faith.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there's the menace. You can't just be just nice and a little bit of menace. Now, get to the library where there's Wes and Giles together, working together now.
Mm-hmm.
Giles is lamenting the loss of still beating hearts as prices. $5,000 seems like in 1999, $5,000 was quite a bit. $5,000 is quite a bit now,
Yes.
but
I'd
he's
like $5,000.
sure he's doing all this while eating a banana. That I did
Yeah.
not. That I found off-putting. You know what I mean?
It was an interesting prop choice.
No one's sure for some reason what an ascension is, except for Willow. She's been digging around Giles' naughty books. You know,
Mm-hmm.
which is Xander also. Xander wants to know what's in these naughty books. He's hoping for drawings of things because it's 1999, I guess. So
Mm-hmm.
they're looking around. They immediately find that
Immediately.
there was a pastor in a town called Sharpsville in 1723 recorded something about the Ascension. It was the last thing ever recorded about Sharpsville. So lucky thing that guy got it out there quick. Corey shows up now. She's asking Wesley on a date. She's getting very forward for
This
Cordelia.
Cordy and Wesley stuff is gross. I'm sorry. It's just gross.
Yeah, she said, "Well, maybe a paper." Wesley thinks that maybe the demon are just gonna lend them the books because demons in their hearts are nice.
The demon nicely lends
Yeah,
them the books. Yeah,
if
no, Wesley, I don't see that happening.
if he's properly persuaded, maybe he'll get the books for free. And then they said Faith decides, well, she's gonna go see what she can do to get these books. She goes to this demon's house, immediately knows where this guy is,
Hmm.
asks if he has the book, hits him. So he's like, oh, well, here they are. Now he says the money's a little negotiable. I really like this demon. You know what I mean? But don't get used to him because Faith brutally kills him in one of the most gruesome deaths you'll ever watch on the show.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
it was bad.
him trying to fight back at one point and her just sticking around and the old wrap around knife to the chest.
Mhm.
Pretty gruesome. The door was wide open this entire time as well. Didn't even have the courtesy of locking the door. And well, it's still sunny though. You think people could be a little neighborly, maybe check in to see what the commotion is. No
You'd
one cared.
think. No, no one
Nope,
cared.
no one cared. So Faith decides, well, she's going to go to the Crawford Street Mansion to see Angel because why not? This makes
Mhm.
perfect sense for her to do it. She says that she's scaring herself. She shows the blood on her hands and stuff like that. She's pretending to be all shook about what she just did, trying to make Angel feel sorry for her. Maybe,
Yeah.
uh, maybe drop his guard a little bit,
Mhm.
if you know what I mean. She gives him a hug. She goes in for a kiss, but oh, say what you will about Angel, but he's a decent guy. He backs off. He says like,
He does stop her.
he friend zones her right away.
Yep.
He reminds her that he's with Buffy. So, oh, Faith is going to pretend to be cool with that. She wants to
Mhm.
stay friends. So does he. So she
Mhm.
takes off. But she asks before she leaves if things were different, would they ever have a chance? Angel just says, we'll never know.
Yeah.
That's just nipping things in the bud. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He
That's,
did a good job of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
She still gives him a kiss on the cheek goodbye, though, which of course
Of
is seen
course
by our
Buffy
hero.
sees.
It's seen by our hero. Anyways, once
I
again,
was
there's
just
always a
waiting that whole scene for Buffy to show up.
yeah. It's this is exactly what's going to happen every time. So, oh wait, but this was all a plan by the mayor, Faith, to have Angel lose his soul again. They decided, you know what? We need one vampire to lose his soul in this thing. Well, let's get Angel to do it again. She feels bad about it not working. He says he won't tolerate brooding. Which is why would you go after Angel then? That's all he is brooding. He's like the physical embodiment of brood. You know.
Mhm.
He also says there's a more painful way of taking his soul. Well, we'll see. When we go back to the library, Watchers having no luck finding out about this ascension. I don't know why it's so difficult.
Yeah.
Considering some of the things they can find, they can't even get council help since Wesley's like not telling them that Giles is working for him. Then he has, of course, correct himself real quick and that he's working with him.
Yep.
Then we get Mopey Buffy, and we will have Mopey Buffy throughout the rest of the episodes. It seems Wesley tells her to go get Faith, go get those books. He thinks it's going to be extremely difficult to find that demon. Not only did Faith find it in like 2 seconds, here comes Andrew. He found out in 2 seconds as well.
Yeah.
All he had to do was ask, Willie the
Willie the
Snitch
Snitch.
with a little bit of violence. And then, of course, everything gets taken down until it finds out that it cost him $40 to bribe Willie the Snitch.
Yep.
And then when he asks if he can get reimbursed, he forgot to get the receipt.
Yes,
Let
that was very funny.
let that be a lesson to all of you. Keep your receipts. So, uh, it's Buffy just said, well, I gotta go do this with Faith. Clearly uncomfortable. They're gonna go find the demon here. Now, I keep saying the demon. The demon's name was Spencer. The demon's
Spencer.
name Spencer the demon. Buffy finds his mutilated body. Faith
Mhm.
says that the books are gone. She didn't even look. She goes, "Oh, books are gone.
Books
Like,
are gone.
there's cupboards and stuff in here, but there's no way they're in there." Yeah, Buffy mentions how it looked like this was somebody's idea of a party.
Mhm.
Faith tries to defend it for a minute, then drags Buffy out of there. Again, that door wide open. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a neighborly place. The mayor's having a meeting with a spooky looking character now. This guy is, a little something that we haven't seen. He's hiring him to magically take Angel's soul this time. I think that's what happened. A lot of guys just magically lose their soul. Also,
Yeah.
turns out the guy isn't a fan of mints. Who
No.
says no to a mint? I thought that's why he had the scarf or whatever. It's probably halitosis. So we we go to the student lounge because yep, and then Willow has this master manipulation going to get Buffy to spill the beans on why she's so down. She just asks and looks.
Mhm.
That's
Ass than looks. I mean,
it's
it
a
worked.
it's hard. It's hard to resist. She says that of course she saw Faith and Angel together. Adelia,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Willow says, but Angel would never do that, but Faith would.
Faith would.
Faith
She
totally
starts
would.
with well, she starts with Faith would totally do that. And
Faith was
then
built
she
to do
goes
that.
to then she goes to the angel would never though.
Yeah, Faith was built to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she tells her to look at his actions and asks what he said, but of course, Buffy never asked a word. She's just
No.
gonna take things, at face value. Like this is exactly what happened because I saw her give a kiss on the cheek
Mm-hmm.
to her man at the
That's a
mansion.
teenage girl for you.
So you go back. Well, yes, back to the mansion. Faith is there to apologize this time.
Mm-hmm.
Angel is he's a nice guy. Seems. She tries to get near him. He's backing off again. He tells her that he wants to trust her, but then she calls him a chump and throws. I don't know if it's blood, but some kind of red liquid onto him.
It looked like blood.
Yeah, summons the mystical dude. There's an enchantment started, and the spell's lifting Angel up, and there's ghostly lights moving around, and he falls back to the ground, and boom, Angelus again. Ideally, it was that easy.
I mean, I didn't remember this part of this episode, and at first I was like, that makes no sense. By the end of the episode, I was like, oh, it makes perfect sense now. But
Right.
this part of the episode, I was like, why is Angelus back? I don't remember Angelus being back.
You want the real story of why Angelus is back? They missed having him around. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like the last episode, like for Doppelgangland, they stick a bottle episode in the middle of nowhere just because
They wanted Vampire Willow.
the creator and just wanted to have Vampire Willow back. That's it.
Hmm.
So they stuck a yeah on the rewatch of that one. I was like, I have no idea why they did this episode. But anyways, he kisses Faith hard now as Angela thanks her, backhands her. He's all over the place as Angelus, it
Hmm.
seems. And then he has a big soliloquy about what he's going to do while occasionally hitting Faith while she's down. Then asks why she turned him back. She starts fighting back now, eventually getting on top of him. And this is to his delight, it seems. He wants a little more wriggle for some
Hmm.
creepy. Well, I don't have to say
Just
why. I don't think I
yeah.
have to say why.
You
She,
don't.
yep. She tells him if he plays nice, she'll hook him up with the real power in Sunnydale. So they agree and then start making out again, which is oh boy, it's a good thing. It's a good
Yeah.
thing Buffy wasn't hanging around then. I can tell you that.
Yep.
So Scoobies are listening to Wesley now at the library. I would say especially Cordy
Hmm.
listening to ask if he's ever
Cordelia
done books on
very
tape.
engrossed in what Wesley is saying.
It's the accent.
It is.
I guess the ladies love the accent. Yeah, books on tape brought me back. Yeah.
It did, yeah. Not audiobooks, but books on tape.
Books on tape. Giles tells Buffy to go to the mayor's office now to get the books. They know that the mayor's got them, for goodness sakes. We
Hmm.
find out that Willow was unsuccessful finding out stuff online about the mayor here. It's almost like somebody had tipped him off about it. And then Oz, well, people suggest the Hall of Records when,
Hmm.
they still had halls of records that you could go to. It's probably all online now. So Wes Cordy, Oz, and Willow decide to go
Hmm.
there. Xander skips it.
Xander does
Doesn't
skip it.
doesn't want to be the fifth wheel.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really blame him. So we get to the mayor's office. Faith has brought Angel there. He's telling the mayor that the mayor's going to call him master, and so very braggadocious for a
Hmm.
vampire. The mayor reminds him that courtesy wins respect because he's a good man. Angel is now growing bored with the mayor. Grabs his letter opener and says he's thinking about putting it through the mayor's heart. Mayor's, well,
Hmm.
go ahead.
Yeah.
And then when he throws the thing, the mayor still puts his hand out in the way, which is like you should have went just for the heart. I think that would have been more fun. But
Hmm.
yeah, the letter opener goes through the mayor's hand. He just pulls it out. gets
This was
back together
gross.
like it's
I knew it was
Wolverine or
coming, but it was
Deadpool.
gross. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and then he says, "Well, I'm impervious, so it can't be killed." Angel tells him that he'll kill Buffy slowly for him now, and the mayor thinks it's wonderful because the longer it takes a new Slayer to show up, the better the plans are for him. And Faith
Mhm.
is down for the plan. Mayor tells Angel to have her home by 11. She's not a little girl anymore, Adelia.
She's not a little girl anymore.
Oh, she's growing up.
I love the mayor and Faith's relationship so much. Like,
Yep.
it's fun. It's also creepy, but it's fun.
I wish there was like a comic series. I would have just bought the comic series. Just
Yeah,
the
that would
adventures
have
of
been
the
great.
mayor and Faith. Xander's wandering the streets, complaining about Cordy. He sees Faith and Angel. He says, "Hey, Angel." Angel punches him in the face, knocking him out. And says, "The
Mhm.
guy just bugs me." That's just a quick scene that I love. And it's a
It's
damn
great.
good thing we didn't say how many times are we going to count Xander
Getting
getting
knocked out.
knocked out because I wouldn't have space on the board. Now,
Yeah.
the Angel and Faith were on their way to Buffy's. They get there. Joyce greets them. We get some a visit from Joyce here. Uh,
Mhm.
Angel compliments her hair. All right. So they go upstairs. They get there. Angelus informs. They say, "Well, the books are here at the mansion. You might as well go with us to the mansion." So they all go to the mansion. We get there. Angela says, "Oh, slight change of plan here, Buff." And so she knows the gig is up. He tells her
Mhm.
he knows how she wishes part of him still loves her. She says she'll die before letting him touch her. Then tells Faith that she has to go, but Faith says she likes it there. And then Angel knocks her out. Ugh, the
Mhm.
betrayal. The betrayal. Never saw it coming. I never saw it coming.
I mean, I kind of did.
Yeah, I think everybody did. I think it was everybody had a hint as soon as she went to the mirror that this was going to happen.
Mhm.
So we go to the Hall of Records. Oz has found out what they were looking for. Oz of all people. Turns out the mayor is over 100 years old, Adelia.
Mhm.
Wesley profoundly says that he's not human. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, he's not human. Xander walks in and he proudly tells everybody that he told them so. He doesn't have, by the looks of it, the bruise that he'll
Yeah.
have the next time we see him. And that bruise is massive.
Yeah. I mean, bruises can take a while to come in sometimes, but I thought he would have had something.
Yep. Cordy tries defending Wesley here. Xander says it's his fault since Faith was his responsibility, and now she's Angel's buddy. So
Mhm.
everyone has the facts on Faith now too. Now Willow could have said, "I told you so."
Mhm.
Buffy wakes up in shackles here. She's telling Faith that she doesn't know what she's doing. Faith is disagreeing with her. She always wanted something to love. Then kisses Angel. Poor
Ugh.
Faith. Yeah. She grabs some old surgical tools that she just happened to have lying around, tells Buffy that she never got what she wanted until now. Buffy tells her that Angel was going to turn on her once she's gone. Buffy wants to know why she did it. Essentially, Faith just tells her that she's jealous of everybody and
Mhm.
thinking and loving Buffy. Everyone just wants Buffy to have everything. Faith asks Buffy if she thinks she's better than her, and then Buffy just thinks, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah.
I think this can prove it quite easily, that she's always been better than Faith. Then asks how she got Angel by magic. We get backhanded for that. A lot of backhanding in this one. A lot of pimp
Lots
slapping.
of it.
There's a
Lots of
pimp.
it.
There's one thing you can be sure of when you're watching a Buffy the Vampire Slayer show. It's probably someone's gonna get choked.
Mhm.
Someone's going to get backhanded. Now, she calls Faith a loser, and says as if she couldn't stop the ascension. Faith says she can't. The mayor has it wired. And I guess that was a 90s term. I don't remember very
I
well.
do remember that as a 90s term. I do.
He built the town for demons to feed on, and she'll be at his right hand come graduation day.
Mhm.
Buffy says she never knew Faith had this much rage in her. Faith says she's the world's best actor. Angel says second best actor.
Mhm.
Julia. Just in time for the Oscars. Congratulations to all the Oscar winners. I didn't win an Oscar again this year, Delia. By the way.
I mean, I won the Oscars predictions that we did on our Oscars watch along.
What a bragger. I'd have to have seen at least one of the movies. I think the only movie I saw was like Dune 2, the only movie I saw that was nominated
I'd
for
only
anything.
seen Dune 2 and Wicked.
Oh, there you
So,
go. Wicked just went, oh, costumes. That was it. I think
costume
that's
and
it, right?
production design, and I think I won something else too.
Oh boy. Anyways, back to the show. Enough of your Oscar bragging about
You
how
brought
good
it
you
up.
did. Okay, that's true. Angel says he's the second best act. That she's the second best actor. Turns out this whole thing was an act to learn everything that Faith knew. Somehow the Buffy had an inkling, I guess. Maybe Giles had an inkling with that little
I
talk that they
think
had.
I think that what happened here is this guy that did the light show, the magic
Sure,
stuff,
mystical dude.
is a friend of Giles, as we learn in a following scene. I think he might have gone to Giles about this before he went to see the mayor, and they set it all up.
I think that makes more sense than what I had in my head. Because 100%, 100%, I thought I had like Giles talking to him first. It's like, if the mayor ever comes to you, this is what I want you to do. So yeah, makes way more sense than what I had. Well, we also learned that the Ascension is graduation day.
Yep.
These poor guys. The Scoobies bust in just as the Slayers start to fight. It ends, of course, with knives at each other's throats. Can't choke each other. Knives this
No.
time.
Knives this time.
Faye says, if you kill me, you become me. Kind of like, what is that? Like Star Wars or something like that? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Says she's not ready for that yet. And then kisses her on the forehead and runs off. So we go back, and this is when we find out that our mystical little friend is a buddy of Giles's. He owes him a debt
Mm-hmm.
because Giles introduced him to his wife. He's a little matchmaker.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny reason this guy owed him a debt.
Yeah, Xander mentions how happy he is about the bruise on his face, and Will is happy that Angel isn't evil. Buffy says, oh, he was only acting, but again, we get
She's
mopey
still
Buffy.
mopey Buffy.
But Faith is going to go over to the mayor. He says, tries to cheer her up, and tells her that he's the best, most important friend she'll ever have, Adelia.
Mm-hmm.
And then has a great idea. 2 words: miniature golf.
Yeah.
I guess they said that the reaction from Eliza Dushku after trying to stay stone faced for so long and then start laughing, that was legit. They just left it in.
Nice.
That wasn't faith breaking. That was Eliza Dushku. So we get to see Buffy. Go to see Angel. Still mopey. Angel wants to know what he can do to make things better. I'm sure this wasn't Angel's idea to make out
Mm-hmm.
with Faith. This is probably Buffy's idea, but you know, she says that she needs a break from Angel. He asks if he's still her girl or if she's still his girl, and she says always. Aw. And that's how it ends. So we'll see what happens to these two lovebirds. I'm sure they're going to be together forever and it's going to be just fine.
I mean, I
But
don't think so, but
okay.
we'll get there.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. No, we'll see if you're right. Next episode, it's going to be earshot, Adelia. You
Yep.
won't be joining us, but
No.
hopefully we will have Brendan Moore back to talk about that. Maybe we'll have young Ferris with Thana.
Ferris will be on the show. I'm pretty sure. I've told him he has to be.
Oh,
So,
he's forced to do it. Oh, just like Angel
well,
and Angel and Buffy versus Faith.
somebody has to produce the show next week. It will not be me.
Watch it be Justin dressed up as the mystical guy. That'd be fun. Okay,
That'd be funny.
next time we'll talk earshot. But until then, Adelia, where can people find you here on the Let's Get Ready Network?
On this channel, you can find me this Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific, on the relaunch of the Open Table, me and Ferris's weekly dinner party esque conversation. I don't know what we're talking about yet, but it'll be something and it'll be fun. You
Sure.
can also find me over on the Sports channel with Snark, Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Pacific, doing starting 11, our Premier League recap show. We will have much to talk about next week, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mm.
Won't be about a title race, but we'll still have a lot to talk about, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Also the Daredevil Born Again post credits. We're doing those here on the channel. Few mixed opinions about episodes 1 and 2 went up last night, but hoping that episode 3 next week is good. So check those out.
I'll be watching those 2 episodes on a plane because I'm going to be off to Toronto. I've saved them specifically and saved myself spoiler free of them. Danny and I will be talking about that on LGRN after Snark when I get back. Well, not this coming weekend, but the following one. Danny, one of the ones that absolutely loved the first two
He did.
episodes of
He did.
Daredevil. So I
He
have
hasn't watched he
no
hasn't
opinion yet.
watched the second episode yet. He's only watched the first episode, he told me. So,
There. And when I also get back next week, we'll have to have an episode of Playoff Beards with our buddy Ryan Christensen
mhm.
because the trade deadline in the NHL will have
Yeah.
passed this weekend while I'm away. So we'll try and set something up with Ryan. We'll talk some hockey as we lead up to the Stanley Cup playoffs. How the name? That's how I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's how they got the name. Playoff Beards.
Maybe I will appear on that show as well since I'll probably have to
Ooh.
produce it for you.
Well, there you go. That'll be fun. Okay, thanks everyone for joining us. Make sure you tune in next time into all the shows here on Let's Get Ready Network. Until then, in the words of the mayor, I don't know, a bientôt? Is that right?
That's the words of the mayor.
I have no idea. It means bye bye.